Boom.
Hi, welcome to week 8 of Custom Fitness 101 in the College of Knowledge, 12 weeks of fitness Christmas. This week's topic is about healthy fats,
Yep, fats.
bad fats, the difference, why one is still good for you and you still need them in your diet. Let's see, getting into who this is. What's your name?
Beautiful
This
segue.
is Dean Walters.
I'm Dean Walters. This is Monica Anderson.
Monica Anderson.
We are
right
both
here.
trainers here at Custom Fitness.
Yes, we are.
Obviously not public speakers, but we're good trainers.
Not
so.
even close. So, that's who we are. But going back to healthy fats versus bad fats, the reason why fats are actually necessary in the diet, they are good for hair, skin, and nails, good for heart health. They also are good high calorie, I would say for the most part, high calorie food items that help keep you full as well. So same thing as last week on carbs, those good ones that have good content, good nutrient density, they help to keep you full longer. Good vitamins A, D, E, and K. Absorption.
They're fat-soluble vitamins.
They help to absorb those particular vitamins.
Absolutely.
Brain health, the brain is nearly 60% fat, so to keep that moving the way that it should, you do actually need good fats in your diet.
Right. So if somebody
When
calls
you-
you a fathead, that's probably a compliment.
It's
really.
a compliment and you say thank you. Other things as well would be, I always kind of think of good fats as like a joint lubricant. So they do help to keep your joints healthy. None of that bone on bone. And also especially controlling inflammation. So again, those good fats, making sure that you have better responses to those foods and others as well. So keeping those good fat, bad fat ratios in check.
Absolutely.
So let's go some examples.
Yes, yeah, so go some examples, yeah. But I wanted to also say with that, because again, the brain health, extremely important, and even for younger children, because the more healthy fats in the diets of younger kids, the better things like ADHD and things like that can, it can help with that. Yep,
Brain
absolutely.
issues minimized.
Yep. Again, the joint health, big issue. That's
Definitely.
why a lot of joint products, you're told many times to increase your omegas for joint health. It helps lubricate. It helps the joints. Helps
Right
reduce the
ratio of
pain.
your omegas,
The
exactly.
right ratio, exactly.
Yep.
Omega 3s to omega 6. You know, you can look
Omega-9.
that up to see that. But you need both. But the ratio is very important.
Yes, making sure you're not getting all of your fats from all 3s, all 6, all 9. You'd be surprised when you actually go and do that research how imbalanced you could be. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
just think you're trying to eat healthy. So just another piece of research for those that are already in check with their
Yeah.
fat consumption.
So a low-fat diet is not necessarily a healthy diet.
Not necessarily.
Because if you're dropping the fat content too low, again, you can have all kinds of issues with
You
that.
might just feel horrible and you might feel really sluggish. You might feel like mentally foggy.
Yep.
A little, not necessarily achier, but your movements might not be as comfortable, especially in a gym setting. So those are all things that you wouldn't want to feel by taking a low-fat approach
Right.
for no reason.
And healthy fats improve digestion. Non-healthy fats tend to give you digestive issues.
Issues, exactly.
So something else to kind of think of along those lines. Your healthy fats, remember all fats though are 9 calories per gram of fat. Proteins and carbs are 4 calories. So you do have a higher calorie content for your fat grams. So if you're counting your macros, be aware of that when you're
Yeah.
looking at the total intake. But most good healthy diets probably need, I'm saying 30% healthy fats,
Usually, 30%.
which some people go,
30,
oh my
35.
God, is that, but we're talking about healthy fats. Big difference. But because of the calories, your grams of fat are not going to be
And they
that
might
many.
only be something that you're having twice, 2 or 3 times a day.
Right.
Like it might not be something that you have as frequently as protein or carbs or something that happens a little bit more naturally.
Yep.
To get your fats to a certain number and actually count them, you actually see how much fat that is, and it's actually not that much.
Right.
Which brings me to my next point, makes it very easy to over consume fat and especially bad fats. So because there is such a higher calorie content and everything about a fatty food has a lot in it, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, but I usually correlate bad fats to usually higher cholesterol. So those like really fatty meats, those usually have a little bit higher fat content, bad fat content. Butter, just in general, you obviously know about butter, versus say an avocado. Maybe a certain portion size of an avocado versus a little slice of butter could be very different, but have two totally different effects on the body.
Right.
So you just
And
have to be careful with
pretty much by and
both
large,
portions.
animal fats, not that good for you. Fats that come from plants,
Yep.
better for you.
So, going back to like your macro point, if you were trying to fulfill macros or a certain percentage strictly, which is totally fine, for example, getting 30% of your fats, trying to get to 30% with just animal fat protein and cholesterol-ridden foods or butter, things like that, versus 30% of avocados, olive oil, good sources of nuts and seeds, so much different and so much more beneficial, and your numbers will be exactly the same.
Yep, absolutely.
If counted
So
right.
that's our take on fats. That just
Yep.
sounds weird, doesn't it? Our take on fats.
Fats are good.
Yep.
Fat's good.
Some fat
Certain
is
fat.
good. Yes. So that will
So
wrap.
specific.
That'll be the fat wrap
Fat
for
wrap.
This week. So we will see you next week for what are we talking about next week?
Ooh, hydration.
Hydration.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drinking
Water, good for you.
Drinking water.
Right. So have a great week. We will
Yes.
see you next week. Watch those fats and have a healthy week. Bye now.